Boom, what is up? Welcome back again to your Heroclix headquarters. Today, we've got the awesome new DC Heroclix Apokolips Planet Pack, which comes with 3 of these little dudes and the planet back there, as well as some other good stuff. You got bystanders, legacy cards. Overall, just a really cool little set. I would love to see them put out more stuff like this. It's just some minions, like a cool resource type of thing, with some other like legacy cards and stuff. This is just a really cool idea. And, there's so many other ways they could incorporate other teams and other stuff into something like this. So it's kind of giving like almost Iconics vibes. And I like that. I think it's really cool. So without further ado, let's open it up and see what this stuff does. All right, boom, sliding all that out there. Actually, you know what? I said it's giving Iconics vibes. I kind of honestly feel like this is part Iconics, part like convention exclusive or something. But yeah, really cool. So you get these 3 awesome little minion dudes and the planet right there. And then here we have all of our tokens. Some of them are already fallen out of there. So maybe we can just kind of take a look at them. One side, you just have a bunch of Parademons. Looks like they're all just 6 movement with plasticity, 11 attack with some poison, 18-3, some flight. Not bad. And then on the other side, I'm not sure what these tokens are for. I'm sure we'll find out when we read the cards in a second. The other token wants to fly around. Okay, we have Darkseid. Phasing, Energy Explosion with 6 range double target and ranged combat experts. Not bad. You got some Mastermind. He is only 10 points. Then we've got Dr. Bedlam for 10 points. You've got Running Shot with 11 attack precision strike, 4 range double target, 18 invincible, 2 damage with some empower. Not bad at all for only 10 points. Then we've got Glorious Godfrey, who has 6 range double target with mind control, 11 attack in cap, 17 energy shield, and 1 damage with some enhancement. Again, a very solid 10 points. Then we have Steppenwolf here with charge, blades, toughness, and leadership for 10 points, 4 range double target. So he does have some range. Calabac has sidestep, penetrating blast, close combat expert, and invulnerability with a 5 range double target. Pretty interesting there. He's kind of a threat from close or range. And again, only 10 points. And then last but not least, Kanto has stealth, precision, combat reflexes, and perplex with a 4 range double target and only 10 points for him as well. So pretty great little selection here. You got close attackers, range attackers, support characters, leadership. You got a lot of great stuff. Playing all these tokens for 60 points, not too bad. Let's open these cards up and see what the rest of this stuff does. So starting off with the Parademons, they got Apokolips, Brute, Cosmic Monster, and Warrior keywords. They've got a trait that says once per attack when a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword and a greater point value than Parademon would be hit by an opponent's attack. If Parademon isn't a target of that attack, you may place him adjacent to that character and Parademon becomes the hit target of that attack instead. Not bad at all. Essentially, these things give everything higher points than them Mastermind, and they can just teleport over there and take the hit for stuff. So that's pretty nuts, especially considering they have a 15-point line. But yeah, for 50 points, you get charge, blades, toughness, and power. Or for only 15 points, you get running shot, energy explosion, toughness, and some enhancement. So, not too bad either way, but I think I would definitely take the 15-point line almost every time. And then they have another trait that when Parademon is KO'd by an opposing character after resolutions, you may roll a d6 on a 1 through 3, remove an action token from a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword. So that could be any of them, anywhere on the map. And then you have 4 through 6, generate a character with an expendable goon trait on its 15-point starting line adjacent to a friendly character. So, expendable goon, boom tube invasion. So they have the expendable goon trait. You can just generate these ones. And I am pretty sure these are different than the recent convention exclusive Parademons we got, I think last year. So if you got a couple of those, you got multiple ways of getting a bunch of expendable goon Parademons out here. Next up, let's take a look at Apokolips. The planet itself, of course, has Apokolips and cosmic keywords. Apokolips now trait. When Apokolips starts the game, place them on their card. Apokolips can be given actions and use their powers and abilities when on their card. At the beginning of your turn, if no friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword are on the map, KO Apokolips. Coming in at 40 points, you've got a full dial of just Force Blast, Poison, and then switching between Prob, Outwit, and Perplex with a 5 range, Flight, and Cosmic. Let's see here on the back side, its other trait. At the beginning of your turn, choose a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword until your next turn. When Apokolips uses a power or ability, they may do so as if they occupy the chosen character's square. Free, generate a bystander with the Darkseid's elite keyword that Apokolips hasn't generated yet this game, then deal Apokolips 1 unavoidable damage. This game, that bystander isn't scored when KO'd. And I forgot to point it out, but all the bystanders have the Apokolips and Darkseid's elite keywords. So you do get to generate them, any one of them for free, and they don't even score the 10 points, so that's pretty great. You just get to keep popping those dudes out. And it also has power, generate a boom tube marker within range. At the beginning of your turn, you may place a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword into a square with a boom tube marker within range. So essentially, like turn 1, you probably just want to take the power action to place that out there. Turn 2, they get to kind of place themselves into the boom tube within range and then, go shoot at something or whatever. And then this thing could take a free action and pop out one of those bystanders that could then attack, or maybe pop it out before you go and shoot at something and you get some enhancement or perplex or whatever. So yeah, not too bad. I think it's a really good combo with all these latest Darkseids we've got. Speaking of, we've got a couple legacy cards here. The first one is Granny Goodness, Apokolips, Female Furies, New Gods, Cosmic, Deity, Warrior. Looks like Superman enemy team ability. Get you some outwit there. Other friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword have the Superman enemy team ability. That's great. So if you don't know, if you're adjacent to a lower point character with that team ability, you can take a free action to use outwit this turn. So you could be getting a lot of outwit that way with her and all the parademons and all those little bystanders and everything. On her defense power, she's got combat reflexes and invulnerability. And then on the back of her card here, she has, when a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword is KO'd, all other friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword modify attack and damage +1 until the end of your next turn. So if one of these parademons gets KO'd, if one of your little tokens, bystanders, gets KO'd, you get to +1 all of your combat values. That is pretty nuts. That is a special damage power. I don't know if I said trait, but special damage power for her first 3 clicks. She's got some mind control and penetrating blasts with a 6 range as well. Coming in at only 50 points, I think that's a pretty solid legacy card there. And then taking a look at Darkseid here. Now this one is the one that comes in the Justice League strategy game. Unfortunately, I never got that, so I don't have this Darkseid, but he is pretty freaking awesome. You've got the Apokolips, New Gods, Cosmic, Deity, and Ruler keywords, Cosmic Energy team ability, and then a trait that gives him Leadership, Mastermind. When Darkseid uses Leadership and fails after resolutions, he may deal an opposing character within 6 squares and line of fire damage equal to half the result. So failing, it's only going to be 1 or 2 maximum, but yeah. Just free damage for failing Leadership is pretty nuts. And you got Mastermind traded. 10 range, double target is also an insane amount of range. Sidestep, 12 attack, 19 impervious, 6 damage with some empower for 195 points. Over 100, you got Charge, Super Strength, Invincible, and Close Combat Expert. So he'd still be hitting 11 for 5, potentially more with the Super Strength. So he does a lot of damage. Then he also has a Boom Tube power, which is power. Place Darkseid up to 6 squares away. Then you may place any number of friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword adjacent to him. So he just gets to bring the whole squad out there with him. And then they can all just, do whatever. They could charge, running shot, make their own attacks. That is pretty freaking crazy. Now, luckily, he only has that on the last 3 clicks of his dial. So, unfortunately, you can't do it right away. That would be crazy. That would be so overpowered. But still, mid-game, if he's running low, you could reposition the whole squad and do some crazy shenanigans. So that's still a really, really solid power. And then his special attack power is power. It gives him improved targeting for elevation, hindering, destroy blocking characters, and can make range attacks while adjacent to characters. And then make a range attack with a single target. This attack can't be evaded, and damage dealt can't be reduced below the target's click number. Ouch. So, I mean, if they're click 1, they can't reduce it below 1. If they're like click 3, they can't reduce it below 3, etc. That really punishes, you know, the type of characters that you play low dial, because then if they're on like click number 4 or 5 or something to start with, he's going to be doing like his full damage value to them almost. Couldn't be reduced at all. And yeah, with 12 attack, 6 damage to start off with that type of special attack power is pretty nasty. So I'd say this guy is well worth his 195 points or 100 points. Either way, I think he's very powerful, very much worth it. So yeah, overall, really cool little special pack here with the planet, the 3 parademons. I like this too, getting like 3 generics in one box, right? Like, I can't think off the top of my head. I mean, I guess Lantern Legacy, because we just got that. If you could get a box that had like, you know, Kilowog with like 3 Lantern recruits or something like that. Sinestro with 3 Sinestro core recruits or whatever. I don't know. You could do some fun stuff with stuff like that too. Even just generic things like, you know, George Washington and some freaking soldiers, like just funny generic stuff like that could be really cool. Do a little pack like this. So yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty awesome new thing that they're trying out. I just love seeing new stuff like this. And I think it brings some really, really interesting stuff into the game. These legacy cards are nuts. You know, Apokolips and the Parademons are going to be really, really good to pair with, you know, all of these awesome Darkseids that we have now. You know, whether you're playing with this legacy card or we have also that crazy Darkseid in Masters of Time. There's even a deceased Darkseid convention exclusive that just came out last year, and a bunch of other Apokolips convention exclusives we got recently too. So a lot of really cool stuff you could pair this with. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And if you'd like to help support the channel even more, check the links in the description for the Patreon, where you can see your name here in the credits with all these other awesome people. And as little as $1 a month gets you entered in my monthly giveaways. So check that out if that interests you. But that's going to do it for this video, you guys. Thanks again so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.